Luke, I'd like to welcome you to Cheltenham Town. How does it feel to be a Cheltenham Town player?
No, I appreciate it. No, thank you for the welcome. It's delighted to be here, delighted to get going. A challenge that obviously I'm looking forward to myself with a new club. Obviously the new manager coming in as well, showing his interest in me. And yeah, it's one of them things when you've got a manager that comes into a club and wants you as a player, and the club want you as a player. It certainly speaks volumes of the club and the manager. And yeah, I can't wait to get going.
You mentioned the challenge, a new challenge for yourself at Wrexham for the last 6 years. Obviously one of the most historic sort of times of their history. How has your time been at Wrexham?
Yeah, no, loved it. Like I can't say a bad word about the place, about the club, about the people. And look, it's 6 years there. I've had a really enjoyable time, not only personally but collectively as a team as well. And we've had quite a lot of success, and hopefully that success that I've had at Wrexham, and certainly in the last 2 years with back-to-back promotions, I can hopefully try and bring a little bit of that experience and that winning mentality to Cheltenham and to here, and hopefully we can have a successful season ourselves.
And to be a captain over these last sort of few seasons through that period must have been such a brilliant experience.
Yeah, no, it was a proud moment for not only me but my family as well. And I think when a new manager comes into a club and gives you the armband and names you captain, I think it speaks a little bit of what I'm like as a person, as a player, and what he saw in me in a short space of time. But like, okay, can't dwell too much on the past now, because that's happened. That kind of door's been closed a little bit, and one door closes, another one opens. And yeah, I'm fully aware of what I've achieved at Wrexham personally and collectively. But my sole focus now is on Cheltenham and moving the club forward and getting the club back to fighting at the top end of the table and seeing where we go from there.
You've obviously met the gaffer, you've met Gary Johnson. What have the conversations been like? What have they sold the club to you as?
Just a good place to be, good place to come and work, good people around the place, a good group, and I think that's always nice to hear as a player coming into certainly a new club. You wanna come in and set your stall on and your standards on the place, but also when you've got a good manager, good people above, and everybody in and around the place that work together and want the best for everybody. It speaks volumes of the club and the place, and it's a place that I'm looking forward to coming and working and thoroughly, hopefully, enjoying my football again.
You play in the midfield. What sort of midfielder are you? Know, obviously you bring your leadership qualities to the table, but what sort of midfielder are you?
I suppose energetic, get about the place, get about the pitch a little bit, work rate, and I just kind of, without being too spectacular, I'm not going to be one to take on 3 or 4 players and whip it in the top corner, but I'm just kind of hard working, do the best that I can, not only for myself but for the team first and foremost. Keep the ball moving, keep it ticking over, and almost kind of the old cliche of wearing your heart on your sleeve. And I'll give 100% day in, day out, training, matches, and hopefully it can be successful not only for me but for the club and all my teammates around me, and I can build up a good relationship with the players and the fans as well.
The gaffer's talked about pre-season, quite a tough regime ahead. I'd imagine. How much are you looking forward to getting going?
Look, pre-season. I think over the years it's probably changed in terms of it's not a case of just running. It's tailored down a little bit, but obviously there's going to be aspects of hard work and fitness. But again, that's what pre-season's about. It's getting yourself fit and ready to go for the challenge ahead, and make sure you're ready for the first game of the season, which is obviously the main goal of pre-season, and keeping yourself fit. But look, I'd like to kind of use the aspects of my fitness levels as one of my strengths, and look, I'll be as fit as I can going into pre-season and getting as fit as I can ready for the first game.
And lastly, obviously the club got relegated last season, a chance to bounce back, put the mark on League Two. What's the message to the fans coming to the football club?
I think it's just get behind the lads, get behind the team, get behind the gaffer, just everybody come out. And I think you can use the relegation can be used in both aspects of feeling sorry for yourself, but hopefully it's going to be used in terms of fire in your belly and kind of using that disappointment of getting relegated to kind of spur you on to certainly not be at the bottom end of the table again this season, but certainly be fighting at the top end of the league. And I think you can use that to your advantage, as if to say, no, I'm not having a taste of that again. We want to get back up to fighting at the top end of the table, and hopefully that can be the case, not only from me on a personal note, but on the club as a whole. We can get back to good vibes and winning games of football, which is ultimately is the plan to success.
Luke, welcome to Cheltenham Town.
No, thank you.